I'd like to share with you a tip that modern research is validating and has been in use in Ayurveda for many years. And that has to do with when you do your aerobic exercise. When do you exercise? Do you fit it in after work in the early evening? Do you get up early and do it in the morning? Or are you one of those people who sneaks in a game of tennis at lunchtime? Ayurveda has been recommending for thousands of years that the ideal time to exercise is in the morning between 6 and 10 a.m. And the second ideal time is 6 to 10 p.m. These are times that Ayurveda says are dominated by the kapha dosha. Kapha means the structural element, which is more stable, more slow, and can give a little sluggishness to the body. So exercising during those times helps counter that sluggishness, and also that stability of kapha keeps the body from getting overstimulated and potentially even injured at that time. So, well, what does modern medicine have to say about it? Well, recent research actually validates this principle. I was shocked to discover this article recently that somebody had studied aerobic exercise at 3 different times of the day in relation to a health measure, and that measure is blood pressure in the middle of the night. Now, our blood pressure during the night should drop. It should drop gradually and reach a low point in the early morning hours. This gives our heart a rest. We want this blood pressure drop to happen. Well, it turns out that some people, their blood pressure just doesn't drop. They're called non-dippers. And non-dippers have an increased risk of cardiovascular disease and also of having an enlargement of their heart that can actually lead to heart failure later in life. So what was found here was that those people who exercised in the morning around 7 a.m., they actually had the largest drop in their blood pressure during the night. So they got the most benefit. It seems kind of counterintuitive, but this exercise early on actually affected the heart rate 15, 20 hours later in a beneficial way. Now, paradoxically, the second line, or the first runner-up in the healthy time to exercise, is actually 6 to 10 in the evening. Counterintuitive to what we might think, because we may think that, well, that's close to bedtime, that's got to lead to a non-dipping at night. But it turns out that actually those people also had a healthy dip during the night and actually had a very good dip in their lower diastolic blood pressure. Now, the ones that didn't turn out so well are those who exercised at lunchtime. Exercising at lunchtime actually resulted in the blood pressure staying up through the entire night. So even though we think we're doing something great for our health, we're exercising, we're going out for the noon run, or we're playing tennis, or doing something at lunchtime, that is just not the time the body wants to exercise. In fact, you may know it already, but that's the best time to eat your main meal. And after your meal, you should just kind of take it easy. Ayurveda says, after lunch, rest a while. After dinner, walk a mile. This is Dr. Nancy Lornsdorf, helping you awaken your power to heal.